present political turmoil, which used to be a friendly foreign nation at one point, Bangladesh, there are reports that have emerged that the interim government chief advisor, Professor Yunus, has expressed his desire to quit, and some daily newspapers there have also quoted him as saying that he's frustrated. How do you see this present situation?
I don't know what's happening in Bangladesh. I don't know whether anybody knows what's really happening in Bangladesh today. I hope that the president or tentative president is frustrated because he's not able to come to terms with what is taking place inside Bangladesh. As I said in my talk just now, I think India and Bangladesh have to be friends, not merely friends, they need to be extremely close friends. And I do hope that efforts will be made to improve relations between India and Bangladesh and bring it back to the situation that has existed previously. Thank you.
So, the way USA or China is intervening into Bangladesh in terms of infrastructure, how do you see the situation in terms of security aspect for India?
I think, I know that people talk of a color revolution in Bangladesh, etc. I think that it appears a little far-fetched. But whoever it may be wanted, I think the ties between Bangladesh and India are much stronger than the ties between. Other countries may try to take advantage. But I think India has the strength, India has the thing, and India is also strong today, and therefore we can provide whatever Bangladesh wants. There are internal problems in Bangladesh, but those can be overcome. And I think India can give a helping hand in these matters. So I think for us, Bangladesh is a very important part of our friends and allies.
But the way the political relationship between India and Bangladesh is deteriorating in terms of business or...
No, always with neighbors you have problems. And it is for the bigger country, namely India, to show a degree of magnitude and be magnanimous in dealing with this problem. I do not think that India and Bangladesh can ever be unfriendly, if I might say so. But I'm sure that we can be very close neighbors and good friends, and we should not allow other countries to interfere. But I don't think that the effort is that the United States or any other country or China is trying to bring about further differences between India and Bangladesh. I think India and Bangladesh are tied together by everything. In terms of the language and history and everything. But we need both sides meet, but certainly the bigger country, India, has to show the magnanimity that is required in the issue.
Sir, you were talking about the uncertainty. So do you believe that the new pattern of the diplomacy and the trade and inter-country relation starts now?
Sorry, what was it?
You talked about this uncertainty.
Yeah.
So do you believe that the new pattern of the business and trade and inter-country relations starts now?
Between India and Bangladesh?
Between all countries. You were talking about uncertainty.
No, I'm talking of... I thought I gave a broad survey. You look at the world at large. Everywhere you have uncertainty. West Asia, which is an area where India had a lot of influence at one stage. We have lost most of the influence because everything is broken up. There is no country which is at peace with itself. You have constant war. Many parts of the world are today at loggerheads. The United States, which is supposed to be the number one power in the world, is today grappling with its own problems. So there is uncertainty because nobody is clear where the world is actually going and what world leaders are up to. That's uncertainty.
सर, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बाद आपको क्या लगता है हमारे जो पड़ोसी देश हैं उनके साथ साथ पूरी दुनिया को भारत ने क्या महसूस किया?
Operation Sindoor which showed that India has tremendous strength, but it can also be restrained. That is an important message. We could have done much more, but the Prime Minister and the Indian Cabinet decided that we'll just tell Pakistan to lay off, don't go forward. We could have carried out many more things, and a lot more lives would have been lost, I suppose, more so. But what we are demonstrating is that we are a responsible big power today. And we are not a frightened power and we will hit back merely because somebody has done something.
सर, भारत के साथ एक मिनट सर, भारत के साथ भूटान का करीब 900 किलोमीटर का एक बॉर्डर है,
बट भूटान वो बॉर्डर सील कर रहा है भारत के साथ। क्या ये भारत के लिए चिंताजनक बात है कि ओनली ट्रांजिट पॉइंट छोड़ के बाकी बॉर्डर सील कर?
देखिए, हिंदुस्तान इतना बड़ा और भूटान हमारा एन इंटीग्रल। हम तो आई बीन टू भूटान, आई नो हाउ क्लोज भूटान इज टू अस। छोटा मोटा don't create a problem for India and Bhutan. The press creates a bigger problem than the reality of that. Bhutan will always be our friend unless we do something drastic. I don't think we are at that point.
So do you see the Pahalgam attack as a massive intelligence failure by India, because you have been at the helm of affairs in intelligence when I think the Mumbai
I will never accept that as an intelligence failure, because I've been intelligence. Yes, intelligence, we do have failures. I don't know. I'm not in Delhi these days. I do not know what intelligence exists or what not. But it's easy. It's very easy for the press, which likes to make propaganda on this kind of thing about intelligence against about intelligence failure. Okay, who I've talked to. No, I do not want to classify this as an intelligence failure.
Sir, only last question, sir. These days, we are seeing that the role of the governor in any of the states where BJP is not in the room, that role has changed. तो क्या आपको लगता है कि गवर्नर का ये जो रोल चेंज होना ये डेमोक्रेसी के लिए अच्छी है, या तो फिर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स बार-बार कह रहे हैं कि हम काम नहीं कर पा रहे, पैरेलल गवर्नमेंट चल रही है?
I would ask all governors to follow the role that I played as a governor. Thank you. One last question, Mola.
बांग्लादेश की तरफ से लगातार नॉर्थ ईस्ट को लेकर धमकाया जा रहा है, डिटैच करने की बात किया जा रहा है, शिलीगुड़ी कॉरिडोर की तरह, चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से मोहम्मद यूनुस खुद बताया है, या फिर सेपरेटिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस वो भी थ्रेट दी, उनकी तरफ से भी थ्रेट है।
No, I just told you we have to deal with Bangladesh as a friend, not so much as an enemy. Just that's it.